Hello, my name is Shadley. Welcome back for another episode of Ep31 as Korea. In previous episode, we were kind of considering the mistakes that we've done on this playthrough. Now, the playthrough isn't quite yet over, but I think we're going to go ahead and go on speed 4. It might cause a bit of issues, but I think this is probably going to be the last episode of the series. I mean, we got about 2 years to go, a bit less than 2.5 years, actually. And I think we can probably do that today. We are hopefully going to get the GDP... Oh, right, monitors unlocked. I don't think we're going to do anything with that, mind you. I wonder what's going to start spreading next in the military side of things, though. Also, we are going to get the identification documents fairly shortly. After that, I'm going to go for the cameras, really. That's going to give us a bit more prestige. Also, we can get a bit more art. And that's potentially going to give us a bit more money. Now, the GDP is, well, we are over 120 million at least. I'm hoping to reach at least 125, at least to get like a decent... Oh, landing craft, okay. To, you know, get a decent numbers going. I don't suppose, right, we are getting the social security up in 28 weeks. 4 weeks we'll get the law enforcement level 5. That shouldn't take too long, I suppose. And there we go, another railway built in our capital. I suspect that there's still potentially some issues with input. It doesn't seem to be the worst. Furniture manufacturer, we could probably go ahead and reduce the labor use there a tiny bit further. And also, oh right, we are needing a bit more railways over here in northwestern state as well. Well, yeah, we'll be getting some in there. And we'll get another university, which that shouldn't take too long. We are... yeah, we're actually 0.29 innovation per week that we're currently missing. Well, 0.3 now. So, oh, actually, but we just got that, so we're back on full strength. We probably could do one more in university just in case. I don't know if we'll actually be utilizing that in the end, but it probably doesn't hurt. Now we're at 100. Oh, there we go. Institutional. I think we've already had that, to be fair. I'm an institution at the max investment level. Yeah, there we go. The literacy rate is improving. We are still increasing in population, at least a little bit. The standard... Oh, actually, yeah, radical numbers are dropping still slowly, but relatively steadily. So now it's about 2 to 1. Actually, yeah, it is about 2 to 1 in terms of radicals to loyalists. And I think we can probably get that a little bit better by the end of the playthrough. Or by the end of the episode. Standard living is now 14.1, which is still improving. Now, is there anything else over here that we could do to reduce the labor use? Actually, we can. Of course, that means more coal consumption, but that's fine. Don't know how much of an impact that's going to be for us. It's probably not going to increase the economy all that much. Standard living just dropped a little bit as well, which is unfortunate. But one of those that is going to be mostly temporary drop there. It's going to be better in the long run. Let me just have a look at the buildings, though. So in terms of the... especially the farms and so on, or plantation, we'll put the rail transportation in there. It might not be worthwhile in all states. Currently, at least, but we'll do it anyway, because that's going to free up a whole lot of workforce. Logging camps, we can also get the rail transportation in. We can probably go with the focused hardwood production. Hardwood price will then drop quite a bit. But I think we've got still plenty of wood in general in our market. There's still a bit of extra in there. There's now also some extra hardwood, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. Is there any good locations to import glass from? I suppose the British market could provide a little bit. Not looking so much for the productivity as such as for the availability of how much can we expect to get from there. But there we go. Identification document will be done very shortly. That should probably fix most of the taxation issues. I suppose we can also get the home affair up to... Could get that to max level. You know what? Sure. We might want to get... Actually, is there still states that are having taxation issues? Yeah, the northwestern state especially is still having some issues there. So we'll get another one in there, at least. Maybe the southwestern state could also benefit. Yeah, it could benefit from another one. Oh, and okay, it's feminism spreading. We got 17 months for the camera. That's going to get pretty close to the end of the game. Plastics we could get in a little bit faster than that. No, we'll go with that one. That's going to allow us to get more glass production. There we go. Almost 125 million already. And I think that's going to keep on increasing still. Now, the question is, yeah, the difference is still about 32 million. So we're not nearly going to catch up with China. We don't have enough time for that. But I'd say we have definitely had quite a bit growth in this playthrough regardless. And the standard of living, we got more than, well, almost twice as much as China has. So that's definitely an improvement. But we haven't fought a single... Well, actually, no, that's not true. We have fought in a few wars, but we haven't declared any wars. There's definitely been a bit of a pacifist route. There's a whole lot of synthetics plants being built. I suppose the dyes are used quite a bit in both glassworks and textile mills, which means that if we get some local production for that, that's going to reduce the reliance on the Chinese production of dyes again, which is probably going to benefit us a decent bit. Almost 125 million. Because they also provide a bit better jobs, I reckon. I mean, those are... Actually, what do they provide for? Engineers, shopkeepers, machinists, and labourers. There's still a decent bit of labourers, but actually most of those are... There's 20,000 employees, of which about 40% are engineers, 30% machinists, and 20% labourers, and 10% shopkeepers. Okay, so that's quite an interesting mix there, to be fair. We can't grow any dyes in our nation, mind you. Although our vassal over here, I believe, could. And also, we can probably potentially annex them. Yeah, there's dye plantations there. Hey, social security is level 3, there we go. That's going to probably increase some of the costs, but at the same time, it does mean that standard of living will probably start increasing a bit. Which, of course, then means a lot of good things for us, I reckon. Oh, and there we go, almost 130 million GDP now. I think if we just keep it growing, we can probably get... If it grows with this speed, let's just say, we can probably get to like 135, maybe even 140 million in GDP by the end of the episode. Unfortunately, I don't know if it will keep growing that speed or not. Oh, but there we go, the investment pool is increasing, but it's not being fully utilized yet. We're not building anything with the government money. Let's have a look. Do we still need... Yeah, we still need more rail transportation in our capital for sure. So we'll start with that. I think the tax waste is now... It's very small. Actually, what? Zeo could use one more. I suppose we'll get one more in there. So that's going to allow us to get even more taxation. Honestly, the GDP... There's been quite a jump recently there. I wonder if that's going to stick or if we're going to start having some issues later on. But regardless, that is at least underway. The plastics will be researched soon enough. And that's going to allow... Well, we'll probably need a lot more oil at that point. Actually, how bad is the oil... It's not that bad of oil consumption right now, is it? Is there actually... There is some extra oil available. Oh. Oh, looks like over here we got a bit of a infrastructure issue. Alright then, let's go and get another railway. Well, there's already 2 railways underway. We'll build another port just in case. Get a few more convoys, perhaps. Some better trading. But yeah, so the next 2 playthroughs, I think, as I've already mentioned, is probably going to be North Germany and then Persia after that. Now, with Persia, we might try to conquer some lands as well. Do a bit of warfare in North Germany. It's well, there's probably going to be some fighting as well. But I think the goal is to, you know, form Germany as one of the minor nations there. Not Prussia, though. It's, the reason is... Russia is pretty strong starting nation. I don't like starting as like a too strong of a shape to begin with, because it kind of gets just too easy, really. But yeah, we'll do that, and then the Persia with the probably just you know, for that one it's probably going to be just try to become the world's highest producer of opium or something like that. And trying to have most of the opium plantations in state ownership, which might be a bit of counterproductive in the sense that the productivity boost is going to be somewhat reduced. But at the same time, we can get a whole lot of money by then just everyone buying the opium from us. So, you know, there's that. There we go, that's the administration center. Is there still... Unrealized taxes about 7,000. So Southwestern State could use one more. I wonder, is there anything else that we could do in here to reduce the labor use? Maybe. Could be another 5,000. 14.2 in the standard of living, which is not too shabby. Motor industries, we could go for a rotary valve engine, which reduces labor use a little bit, and of course uses more coal and all that. So there's still a little bit extra workforce in some states, but a lot of states not so much. There's actually starting to be... Especially the northeastern state over here, there's starting to be a fairly high lack of workers in certain things. Of course, if they're not really profitable enough and all that to offer better wages, then there's not much they can do. I think over here we've basically done as much as we can to reduce the labor use as much as humanly possible. Well, there's one thing that we could still do. That's 36,000 workers from there. It does reduce the amount of coal that we get, mind you, which might then hinder our GDP a little bit. We're currently at 127, which, yeah, it's a little difference of 31 million right now. Which, honestly, is still at least at the 125 million, so it's not the worst. What's this then? Fascist Congo? Alright then. Not all my business. Do have a little bit convoys available, so that's good. Are we still having some market issues? No, actually everything's fine there. The class is still... Oh, right, decision available. Oh, whole grand exhibition. Sure. Oh, but that... Okay, I should have started that a long time ago. Oh well. We'll probably get some good stuff out of it regardless. Oh, the ironclads are in high demand right now. It could be that Chinese are finally switching to the ironclads rather than producing some more man of war. So the military shipyard seems to be now profitable. They are actually starting to hire some stuff. Okay, we got the points already, so I don't know if this is actually going to fire immediately. Or not. I guess there's one way to find out. Like, I have done the Crown Exhibition previously. So I don't remember how exactly it goes. Like, is it going to be instant as soon as you hit the points? Or if it's going to take still that 4 years of just waiting. There we go. 14.2 standard of living in the meanwhile. We are almost 130 million GDP. We've still got a bit more than a year. I think what we will do is, if let's actually have a look at our subjects here. So we can't quite annex them. It would give us a bit of infamy, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, that would increase our own direct GDP a little bit. It might allow more people to move in there, which means that the rubber plantations are going to be more profitable and all that. And this state might then get industrialized pretty quickly. I mean, it's already probably fairly... Yeah, there's a decent bit of industries in there already. They're doing a whole lot of trading in there. Yeah, so we can... Oh, they've got 7 rubber plantations in here as well. Of which at least, I think, 1, maybe more. Let's see, so that's... yeah, that's Korea, Korea, and also Korea. Okay, so we've got 3 of them owned by us. Oh, well, not too bad, I suppose. But the plastics is going to allow us to get a lot more glass production going. With some oil, which that's going to reduce the price drastically. We need a lot of it. Oh, right, we're not constructing anything right now. I don't think the private sector, no, it can't really utilize everything. You know what, I'm just going to go and get another glasswork, really. Build that real quick. There we go, 129 million. Oh, and there we go, Home Affairs to level 5. Very nice. Got the secret police in there. And the law enforcement both at max level there, so I think the radical growth should be somewhat reduced by now. Is there still tax waste? Oh, 7 town, okay, so there's a little bit. Hey, there's the plastics. Oh, Christ. What do we want next? In society, so there's the feminism, that's going to be done within a year. Because we could do that. Camera probably would not be completed in time. In military, we could get the landing craft, but that's not really going to help us. There is, of course, steam turbine. No, that would be about a month, or 12 months. I'll go for that anyway. At least we'll see what starts spreading. If it starts spreading, then we will probably complete that before the end of the game. Otherwise not. But let's go ahead and switch the glassworks immediately. Before we forget. So houses were plastics. That's going to increase the oil consumption drastically. We'll put that one in. We'll go ahead and maybe, just maybe, get a bit of a trade route for... Well, we may need to wait for like a week for the prices to be recalculated and all that. And now we can start importing that in large quantities from the French and the British. Start with those two. That's probably going to be a fairly good amount of boost. And there we go, 130 million GDP. I think with the extra class production and all that, we might be able to reach even higher numbers than that. But we are on the last year of this playthrough now. Now, technically speaking, one of the things that we could do... I'm going to increase the military wages a bit further. That might increase the standard of living. We're not going to reduce the taxes to very low taxes, I don't think. British Senegal. We support their independence. You know what, sure. It's anti-British stuff. Oh, artificial silk is spreading. Okay, so that would not be... No, that would not be done in time. Steam turbine might just about be. We got a decent bit of extra innovation, so yeah, I don't think it's going to be changing too much. So oil is now in very high demand. It's very, very high demand. We'll try to import some more. Maybe from America. And let's go ahead and build a few more ports then, shall we? And but those are also starting to run into some problems. There we go. 14.3 standard of living. That's not too shabby. We're in the top 30 at least. Population was still number 10, and in GDP is still number 8. The difference between us and China is still 26 million. You know, it's not the worst. Oh, right. We're called into a war. How many people are actually supporting them? There's the British East Indies, Siam, Korea, Egypt, Burma, Brunei, Palat, Bulungan, Siak, Australia, Cambodia. They still got quite a few vassals as well, or colonies as well, supporting them. I think this might not be the worst, really. Besides, you know, well, the game's going to end before that war is resolved, I reckon. We're not going to activate armies quite yet. We're going to wait until very late, and we'll probably activate one army first, and if need be, we'll activate a second one. We'll keep our fleets... crucial states dimension relations, that's not good for them. Yeah, inefficient... Wait, is there... Wait. Insufficient construction for investment pool. Oh, right, because we're building a lot of things. So investment pool can actually take over finally. And they are going to be able to utilize the entire construction speed now. Oh. Wait, is Jing on this? Oh, Jing is now on this our side as well now. Oh. Well, that one, it's going to make our military production a lot more valuable. Because there's a whole lot of people activating the army, so the demand for our stuff is much, much higher. Almost 140 million now. How's Jing's GDP? 160. Okay. Difference is still 21 million. I think we can still do this. Where can... Oh. No. I'm going to declare neutrality on that one. I'm already on one of these things. I can't declare neutrality on this one, of course, since we already... pledge our support. Our side does actually have the mobilized battalion advantage. We've got a bit less fleet, mind you, but we've got some time. 14.3 in standard of living, so that's still pretty good. I mean, there's been a fairly steady growth in the past 10 years or so with that. That's good. Population did hit the 35.5 million, which I suspected. And radical numbers are now below 5 million, which is very nice. I guess the front lines are building up in there and there, so I don't think my troops are going to be needed too much. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and activate one of these. I'm going to go ahead and put these into defend. And we're going to mobilize. Just one army. Oh, there we go, 143 million. How's the Chinese GDP? It's 162, so the difference is now 19 million. I mean, it's not the worst. Oh, wow, that's a lot of motor industry that's been built suddenly. I mean, they probably have been in the construction queue for a little while now, but that is a whole lot of stuff. Arms industries galore. Artillery foundries. Okay. Oh, fair enough. I'll take it. Now, one thing that will happen is the trade routes that we have with Britain will suddenly be cut out, so we might need to start preparing for that by cancelling some of them already, I think. But, well, some of them will be somewhat unfortunate for us, but a lot of them aren't actually that bad. Well, okay, the oil is going to be tricky. And I suppose rubber, let's see, can we import that from elsewhere? Portuguese market? Sure. We'll do that one. Okay, so back to 138 million. That was quite... Oh. Western... Oh, right, yeah, over here, there's a bit of front line there. Pontianak. Ah, right, that's none of our business, really. Can I... Oh, I don't know if I can actually annex our vassal. They might accept that. They might. Well, you know what, let's go ahead and... No, I can't improve relations with them, never mind. Well, we're probably not going to annex them then. Oh, Bulungan's already in default. Well, that's not good for them. But yeah, we did manage to get a decent increase in the GDP. And I think, like, if we had another 10 years ago, we probably would have overtaken Chinese GDP. I mean, they've got a fairly sizable, mind you, but we have definitely caught up with them a lot. The problem is that we're starting to run out of... we've run out of general. Burma's in default. Okay, let's recruit a general in here. There we go, that's sorted out. And then fleets, what we could do is we're going to go ahead and... So you're going to protect there. You could probably go ahead and raid convoys. And just go over here. Start interfering with the British troops in Hong Kong and Macau. There's quite a bit of fighting in here. Looks like the British, well, they do probably have a fairly high quality of troops. Again, with our troops in here, or the ships over there, we can probably sink a few convoys going in there. At least, ideally. I don't think they have too many ships blocking the path here. So we should be in pretty good shape there. Ooh, we sink 150 enemy convoys there. That's pretty good. There we go. We got the 43,000 pounds per week increase here. So we're still making a lot of money. Now, admittedly, we're not building much, which is probably part of the reason. Currently at 136 million in GDP. So the GDP did drop quite a bit, especially with some of the trades. There's still a very high demand for rubber. Let's see if we can't... Well, there's not much options available for that, which is a bit of a shame. Sinking a lot of enemy convoys. Unfortunately, who is this one? Ah, ruler of the armed forces, or the leader of the armed forces has retired. Okay, against the odds. They're fairly in their success, I would say. Wait, so where's this one? Western New Guinea and Chishu front. Oh, is it this one? Could be somewhere over there, at least. Well, it's the battles in Hong Kong. They're not really going in our favor, are they? I mean, Macau, we are probably winning that by sheer numbers. That's about it. We're seeing a lot of convoys in here, at least. That's good. Which I don't know how much of an impact it's going to have on the British here. Probably not a huge amount. I suspect that it will... Oh, right, because, yeah, we are having an impact on their supplies here. Well, there we go. We're contributing to the war effort. Not much, mind you, but we're contributing. There's a whole lot of things still being built, but yeah, I suppose the population is starting to run a little bit dry. And there's not too much I can do about that. Did we ever get the... Right, healthcare is level 4. That's still pretty decent. I suppose the... Oh, there we go, 14.5 standard of living. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time to get that... Oh, Cambodia has capitulated. Which I guess was one of our friends. Yeah, well, I could commit troops through this. I think it's probably going to be better for us if we don't commit too much. Well, better for our economy. Admittedly, there's not going to be enough time for the Chinese economy to collapse or anything like that. Yeah, no, there's a bit of issues over there. Of course, if the... Ooh. You know what? I'm going to send this fleet back to our HQ over here. I'm not going to... Oh, well, I suppose our convoys are getting sunk somewhere. Which is not much I can do about it. Which is that's probably hitting our economy pretty hard here. Matter of business. Sure, we'll get a few more loyalists from the shopkeepers. So the idea is that I'm just going to let the British perhaps start occupying some of the Chinese stuff. I don't think they'll have enough time to actually occupy any of the states, mind you. But, like, ideally, what would happen is the Chinese start losing their GDP drastically by getting their stuff occupied, and then we would, technically speaking, overtake them. But the problem is that there's only about 2 months to go. I don't think there's going to be enough time for that to happen. And with our convoys being sunk left, right, and centre, it gets a bit tricky. Well, we've still got 130 million GDP, so it's not the worst. It is still better than I expected to get to, quite frankly. Matter of business, yeah, we could all use a few extra pennies. We're just going to keep on doing that one to get more loyalists. Nepal is in default, alright then. Now here's the thing, if we had gotten our independence but still stayed at the Chinese market, we'd be in a much better state. But yeah, honestly, I'm not, like, while we didn't quite meet all the goals for this series, I'm not really that disappointed. In the end, like, you know, there are things that we could have done better. Oh, are they actually advancing out here? I think they might be. Oh, no, that's going to be a loss. That's going to be a loss. So I don't think they are actually going to be getting out of the beachheads here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send you to do some escort convoys down here. So it seems like our convoys are I don't know where exactly they're getting sent. They're probably getting sent much more further down here or something. There's a lot of fleet movements over there for sure. Oh, and over here they're definitely sinking convoys. Oh, there's a bit of fighting going on in Egypt. Oh, right, Egypt is of course part of this war. On our side, mind you. Yeah, we've got fairly good gold reserve still, so that's good. Because there is a bit, well, there's not really a point in starting to do more construction work. Like, we didn't have a massive issues in terms of economy. Other than the fact that, you know, we had to keep high taxes for a very long time of the game. Because, you know, 20% of our income was going to China. Oh, Siam's capitulated. And there we are. That is the end of it. But yeah, as we can see, the GDP did definitely grow. I mean, initially it was very slow, as it always is. Standard of living did kind of drop initially from, I think we started out around 10 or 11 even. But then it dropped down to like a 9, and then slowly started growing with some of the laws that we passed. Labour still make a 39% of the population, which is still a fairly high portion. Of course, everyone's Korean, almost everyone's atheists. Well, okay, 62% are atheists. There's some Confucians and Buddhists, but that's alright. Yeah, I suppose that's alright. We did manage to get find an atheist state, because I haven't actually done that at all. Usually there's the state religion that I follow. But this time around I figured that, you know what, we might as well go for that, and we got the technocracy and all that. So that's pretty decent. But yeah, if we continue on as an observer, just to have a bit of an idea on what the world looks like. So Germany is almost fully formed. There's the North German Federation, which also own Baltic states, which is a bit of a surprise there. Austria still owns a few states here, Württemberg and Baden. So that definitely causes some issues. Belgium is a thing. Well, Belgium usually is a thing. Netherlands is part of the French market. Is Norway still a communist? Yeah, Norway's a communist in the British market. Canada did get independence. USA did not get the Idaho, Oregon, and Washington corridor over there. Mexico and the USA border did get to there pretty early on. Argentina did expand a little bit further in there, which is good on them, I suppose. Brazil is still split. That's unfortunate for them. Africa seems to be pretty much as convoluted as always. Ethiopia did form, but they did not manage to get all of the areas in. Well, the Somalia, at least, they did not go to. And Wello is probably a... Are they a... No, they're not a puppet of Egypt or anything. They probably could have conquered that, but maybe Egypt was supporting them, or, you know, guaranteeing them for a longest time, so they did not manage to do too much in there, which is a bit of a shame for them. Finland did get annexed, which is a bit of a shame. Pains my heart. Egypt definitely did become fairly strong in here. They managed to beat the Ottomans a few times. Italy did form, as per usual, and all that. So I think that's, in certain aspects, quite a bit the expected outcome. I do actually wonder. Let's have a look at Jing. Oh boy, they're having some issues here. So how much of their income... Yeah, they get 100,000 from diplomatic pacts, which is about 1/8 of their total income. So, you know, it's not necessarily that massive income in the end. But actually, if we have a look at the... Oh, wow. Even the worst state that we have in our market is about twice as good as the best of that Jing has. And the best one is about 4 times, or more than 4 times higher GDP. So overall, we did fairly good in that regard. The standard of living is still very, very bad. Of course, Jing could probably build a whole lot of things in their area still and not have to worry about population. Actually, how much is their population still? 80% are still peasants. Oh, wow. Okay, so they never got to do the industrialization. The construction speed is about half of what we have, which definitely plays a part in how much we manage to then catch up with them. We probably should have started doing a bit more construction earlier. There were comments regarding that in the comment section, and they were right. I should have gone much faster into the construction, just trying to keep the investment pool like just about be enough, but not accumulating too much. So kind of stay on top of that, and then, we had some problems in there, but overall, it's not the worst. But yeah, this is where we end for today. I'm not entirely sure when the next series is going to start. Hopefully as soon as possible, but there might be a small gap, so be prepared for that. But maybe there's going to be an episode up tomorrow already. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.